The secret dance of abundance. Chase it and it will run away. Seek it and it will hide. Does that make sense? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, speaking about abundance, speaking about how you can manage this somewhat like eluding state. It's very, very great when you're in it. It can help you manifest. But when you lose track and you lose groundedness, it can feel like it's so far away. So hopefully this video helps you with that. If you enjoy the video, please remember to leave a like. If you have not already and you're new to this channel, please subscribe if you enjoy the content, obviously. And depending on what you think about it, please share your thoughts in the comments. The secret dance of abundance. The reason why I wanted to call this the secret dance of abundance, and by the way, like I'm looking down at my notes because I really want to share a lot of video, a lot of value, not a video, a lot of video, yes, but I want to share a lot of value in this content. And I have some notes here. So the secret dance of abundance, the reason why I call it that is because it really can be elusive. It can run away from you. And I think the reason why this can be so elusive is because abundance, to me at least, is like magic. And I really do believe that magic has boundaries. Magic is to be respected, magic is to be earned. And what frequency does magic like? Well, I think it's constantly testing us to figure out if we're worthy of that state, and it's constantly testing us in every scenario, in every moment of our lives. And you know, we can pass with different grades. Sometimes I get a D, sometimes I get a B plus, sometimes I get an A, sometimes I get an F, right? But the cool thing about all this is that it's not always the right answer. It's not always the same answer. It's, you know, sometimes what we think is the right answer, but you know, what we might think is the wrong answer is actually the right answer. And this is why it's called the secret dance. And this is why it's so elusive, because it starts to get a little complicated. So I'll give you guys an example. So for example, I think the first thing that pops into my head is like vices, right? At least for me, in my own experience, I know that certain vices have actually been an abundance move. However, it's all about your relationship with something, right? It really depends on how you are doing it. And so it could be an abundance move. It could also not be an abundance move. Same thing with personal development. There can be too much of anything, right? So if you're working out too much, it could be coming then from a place of lack and not from a place of abundance. Now, it really can really come down to your perspective in the current situation, but that's when like the rug gets pulled beneath you. If you lose track, that's when you kind of just wake up burnt out. You kind of like are out of the flow state and you never even realized what got you out. So that's what I mean by it's very elusive, and it's always changing how it looks. The real difference maker here is that you're not making a choice from lack. I, for example, from a very young age, always wanted to make decisions from a place of an abundance mindset. I didn't know that that's what it was called, but that's kind of what I did. So, like, a very big one for me was not wanting to go to college. I was very concerned about going to college, and every time I went and thought about that move, it felt like a move from lack. Now, I'm not saying that college is a lack based decision. I'm saying that for me, it felt like a lack-based decision, and I much rather, you know, in that time wanted to be courageous and I wanted to seek abundance. And I didn't like the idea of feeling limited. I felt very limited in that option. I felt very limited, and even in school. So I knew to run in the other direction. Also, as well, like, you know, in many personal development pages of my life, there have been times where I lean into a habit that can sometimes seem good, and realize that it was holding me back from having certain experiences, having certain social experiences. Sometimes we can hide behind these habits and not feel the courage to fly through discomfort. So that's my next thing, is like Discomfort and navigating through discomfort can reveal abundance. Discipline and pushing through discomfort can be what helps us hear that voice of abundance. Abundance for me is very closely connected to intuition. So the more that you hone into it, the more that you focus on it, the louder that voice is. And many times, discomfort is something that kind of repels us from transformation. When you push through an uncomfortable realm, something that you're scared of doing, but you have the faith in yourself and in the universe and in spirit that it will work out, even if you feel like you come out of the situation making a quote unquote wrong decision, the action of pushing through discomfort can take you a very long way. E for effort, at least, right? If we're using that like same passing grade mentality, but you will definitely learn from the experience. Like I say a lot in my stories that I failed my way through life because I felt like I was already at the bottom. So I felt like there was nothing else to be afraid of, because if I failed or something bad happened, I would just return back to the bottom. And so I wasn't really too concerned about it. And so as I failed through life, I was able to learn from an occasion and occasion and occasion. And I was really able to use the fool symbol. You know, there's this like fool, there's the Joker, there's the king, there's the knight, there's the wizard, right? I was really able to use the fool archetype to my benefit. And it came from a place of abundance. It came from a place of faith, a place of courage. I was willing to work for free. And again, my decisions are not going to be your abundance decisions. I just want to explain to you guys the like dualities of what working in abundance can look like, because it might resonate with you, but it also might be a good mirror to help you navigate through your own experiences. Um, a symbol that I feel like is a really good symbol of abundance is the whole, Jesus walking on water. Um, I'm listening to the Bible, but I haven't gotten to that yet. But from what I've understood and what has been told to me, it was very much a leap of faith. It was very much a walking on fear representation. And so I think that when we walk on fear, when we walk on water, we can find abundance. Again, this can happen many different ways. It doesn't always seem as black and white as it used to. Every single day is a responsibility to kind of humble yourself, ground yourself, and work yourself back up. But it's very much a faith practice, and it's very much a discipline practice. Something that works for me, and I think something that works a lot for men in general, is rites of passage. I think that when you kind of just flow through life, wake up whenever you want, um, just go from moment to moment, not really being conscious, you lose the perspective and the clarity on why you should be grateful for every single moment. Again, could be different for you. But rites of passage, rituals, having gratitude practices set up throughout your day, in your morning, throughout the day, and at night can really ground you and bring you back to that gratitude and to that studious perspective, to that student perspective, so that you can be a receiver of abundance. Because if you know that you have all the codes within you, and you know that you need to just dedicate love and attention to yourself, and you tackle these rituals from a place of gratitude, and like you're like, wow, what a blessing it is to wake up on earth, and what a blessing it is to get to study here in this earth school. And you walk from moment to moment, respecting energy, respecting the universe, giving gratitude and sending love to the other beings on earth. It's a very great way to evoke more abundance energy in your day, throughout your months. Another great kind of like little token or lens to carry in your pocket is one that I've developed recently, which hit me kind of aggressively. You know, it's kind of like the be careful what you wish for, but it's been need less, have more, feel more. I realized that the more that I need, like the less I need, the less I feel I need in order to survive and in order to be happy, the more I have, because I have clarity, I have more time, I have less responsibilities pulling me from my present moment, pulling me from prayer, right? And the more I get to feel, you know, each meal comes with so much gratitude. Each blessing comes with so much gratitude because I'm slowing down and really looking at the processes that it takes to manifest, being careful, making sure that sustainability is rooted all throughout um, my work and throughout my craft and throughout my day. And it was again one that it was a thing that kind of hit me kind of hard because I was praying with this mantra, and then all of a sudden my life completely shifted. I had to leave my childhood home. Like, it was kind of crazy. But sure enough, like now with the conversation of leaning into car camping, it's definitely something that I've rooted myself in, and something where I can find a lot of power. And that's again where I find a lot of purpose and service. But it could be very great, very useful for you, because I feel like a lot of us find ourselves being distracted in what we feel we need, pulling us away from abundance. I feel like the whole idea here, if anything, if you pull anything out of this video, is follow love and freedom. Know what you are and know what you're giving life to. There can be so many forces on the planet that can try to tell you and try to force you and try to manipulate you into thinking a certain way. But ground yourself in who you are and ask yourself, what do you want to give life to? For me personally, it's love. And with that love, I know that I have to protect my freedom, which is why discipline is so important, which is why prayer and gratitude is so important. Because if I know that the objective is love and I know that I am love, then I can work with my physical being to carve out freedom so that I could then expand more love. And that love helps me magnetize abundance, because abundance wants to be with a vessel that can expand it, because abundance is abundant. It doesn't want to be restricted, it doesn't want to be limited. And so you can be love and attract abundance. Um, I would say even just a practice of tracking, journaling, writing down your synchronicity. Something that has helped me is also having a very strong sense of perspective, knowing that everything that happens to me is a blessing, writing it down, shifting my perspective, really expanding my sphere of influence, and using my words and my actions to help move people around me into accordance to the frequency that I want to uphold. Again, I learned that from horses, because horses will try and, you know, get into your personal space and try to lead you. You kind of have to push back and say, no, this is my space. So it's very complicated to many different levels. I can go into a lot of different details, into a lot of different things. I've been on this journey for deeply for about 4 years, but pretty unconsciously slash subconsciously my entire life. So if you have any questions, specific questions, please let me know down below. Let me know your age. Let me know what you're working on. Like, I can go all the way from school all the way up to building your own business. So, but those are the general things, like letting you guys know that it's possible, and also sharing some of the frequency and feelings that it takes to really navigate towards abundance, and being someone that sets abundance as a standard and attracts abundance throughout their daily rituals and habits, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Does that make sense? It's a lot to kind of like listen to all at once if you're new to this, but if you're watching this video, it's for a reason. And hopefully you subscribe, hopefully you join the community, hopefully you like this video. And again, if you want to conversate, leave a comment down below. This was fun for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. Abundance is something that I'm going to be speaking a lot about on this channel because it is the whole point, and that's the purpose of like my mission, creating more leaders so that we can spread abundance. So again, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, share, all that, and leave a comment if you want to share anything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for following along on this journey. It's almost February, so let's see what I have in February. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'll see you guys in the next one.